And a very happy Monday, Plug Talk Sports Monday. And matter of fact, episode 62, the normal suspects here. My name is Danny Torres. We got Jonka and we've got Brandon, who it's looking nice. It's getting together, man. It's getting put together.
I know we got the bookshelf now in the back. I finally got a bed frame. Unfortunately, not an actual mattress yet. You know, I still got the air mattress with the bed frame, but at least it works on my back. So I'm getting close.
You're getting there, man. You're getting there. It's looking like normal. It's not. I promise you. I think people were like, "Damn, did Brandon go? Okay, is Brandon bro? The stock market."
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, I went to the flea market in Hialeah and I got back. I'm telling you, I got all the good furniture. I got everything good.
Well, let's start. Last week we did bad news, so we'll do good news this week. Brandon, we'll go with you first. Good news from last week.
Well, the good news from last week is that I actually went to a little event that you have had at the Dolphins game for the preseason with the Eagles and Dolphins. And honestly, the best thing I've seen, I know we're going to talk about it later on, we finally get to see that Hill-Tua connection.
Yeah.
And to see that in person for the first time, that I mean, I don't even care what happened throughout the month. That was the best part of my month, my week. Just actually see that as a Dolphin fan, finally a Tua and Hill connection, like in real life. I'm telling you, man. I mean, that was probably the best thing I can ever see. I just cannot wait for week one. It's like I need more. I just need more, man. I need more of it.
Jonka.
Well,
best thing.
It would have to be. It was kind of funny. So we know that FSU's previous coach, Jimbo Fisher, is now coaching Texas A&M, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And they said if he was ever going to, at the end of his career,
not previous coach. Like he was passed because it was Willie Taggart before. Okay,
yeah. Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, so they said if he would ever coach again for FSU at the end of his career, if he would ever come back, he said, I would love to coach to finish my career, and then all FSU was saying like, nah, we'd rather see you lose over there than you come back, and then they were saying we want UM to be you at Texas A&M. So now FSU fans are rooting for UM to beat Texas A&M. So it's the funniest thing.
Not in a million years would that ever happen again.
I never thought it would happen.
I'm not laughing because UM owes like 10 other coaches, so
I don't know.
Good for me. Oh, okay. Good for me would have to be that Mookie Betts came into Miami and hit like home run every single game he's played against the Marlins. So it's been great to see Mookie come down to South Beach, have a nice little vacation, a little easy going for him. Hit it over the fence a couple times. I really enjoyed that. It was nice. I'm not gonna lie. So we'll start now with bad. I think for me, what's something bad in the past week? Oh, okay. Tyron Smith for the Cowboys. Or his ACL is out for the year. Like, man, I'm not even looking forward to this year. Like, they're predicting us to win our division, but like, we don't have anybody. All we have is Zeke and CeeDee Lamb. That's it. We don't have anybody. So my expectations are very low this year. I'm not counting on anything. So that was the worst thing for me. Jonka, what's the worst thing for you?
Worst thing for me. Man, that's tough. Nothing really bad happened. I guess if I'm gonna go to the esports part of I guess gaming. If anybody knows, I play usually just Call of Duty or Apex, whatever. But so I play sniping and I play Call of Duty snipers moshpit only, so it's only snipers. But for some reason, Call of Duty wanted to add knives and a scythe to snipers only. So now when you walk around with a scythe, you get an extra speed boost while you're running around. And so imagine when you can only ADS with a sniper, imagine the chaos it causes. So now nobody can even have fun on snipers only. So it kind of sucks.
Dude, that's horrible. And not even that, the worst part about it, snipers only. If I have to worry about somebody who's sprinting at me full speed in COD, I would never even pull up the game. I would just do straight multiplayer, but then again, I'm more of a zombies guy, you know. But
Zombies is fun, man.
no, I love zombies. If not even that, they need to do the movie. I'm still waiting on a zombies movie. I'm still waiting on it. I need Johnny Depp playing Dempsey. Either way, it has to happen. Either way, I don't know the full cast, but for me personally, the worst thing from this week actually happened yesterday night. Yesterday, I was because I was in Miami, as I mentioned before, watching the Dolphin game on Saturday, and then I ended up driving back up here in northern Florida, where I'm at, on the car. And for some reason, I don't know, there's a typhoon, a tropical storm, because I know hurricane season's coming in soon, but it started raining everywhere. It rained through Palm Beach, it rained through Orlando, and it started going crazy when I went through like Gainesville, the majority of the Ocala area. I mean, I was doing more than 400 miles, going 40 miles an hour through my entire trip. It took like 5 hours in the rain. I got the trip done, but my back, I kid you not, I was arched like this the entire time I was trying to sleep. My back from just, peeling in, looking through the windshield, because you can't see anything anything in front of you besides the car in front of you. But that was a horrible experience. Never again. Like if it even has a single raindrop, I might have a little bit of a flashback from the trip. So I would never do that trip again. That had to be the worst thing ever this week.
So we're gonna start today with something that I'm just like, it is so defeating. It isn't. It feels defeating, but it's so stupid. You guys did not know. It happened during the week. Kevin Durant has decided to stay with the Brooklyn Nets, and I don't know if you guys. It's a funny line from it's a Christmas movie called Jingle All the Way, and it's a police officer, and he says there's a mailman who claims that he has a bomb in his Christmas package. And then he gives him the bag, like the box, like he leaves, and then the police officer opens it and stuff like that, and it's not a bomb. So he's like, "Gentlemen, we've been duped." This is how I feel right now for the Heat. I'm like, "Gentlemen, we've been duped." Like all this hype about Kevin Durant and all Kevin Durant this, and like half the league going after him just for him to say, guess I'll stay here. Like, it is so frustrating, man. And I agree with Patrick Beverley. There's guys who didn't have jobs because of this guy taking his sweet old time. The Nets taking their sweet old time. For him to come out and say, oh, well, I guess, okay, I'll stay here, I guess. If Kyrie doesn't want to go anywhere, I guess I'll stay here. I'm still frustrated because I think that the Heat have had a crap of an offseason. And again, I still think they need to make moves to improve this team the same way everyone else in the East has improved their team. But I just think that this whole Kevin Durant, I'm going to call it a debacle. This whole Kevin Durant debacle has been so stupid.
Man, I don't know what else to say, but honestly, I mean, I'm pretty sure the Brooklyn Nets knew what they were doing. We're talking about Kevin Durant, who wanted a trade late June. They looked around, shopping pieces. And again, I mean, when a player like that comes available on the market, I mean, everyone's going to stop and look around. However, Devin Booker signed an extension. Then DeAndre Ayton forces the Phoenix Suns to actually go out and pay him a big contract. And then you also see, teams like the Boston Celtics, Imagine Brogdon coming in after a trade with them in Indiana. I mean, either way, free agency itself, no matter what move was made throughout the entire East or Western Conference, Kevin Durant was the main topic, the main source that everyone was looking at. And the thing I loved about it is that we only got 3 huge topics out of this entire summer, revolving around KD. We got the request itself. We got from The Athletic, where they said that Kevin Durant wanted either him or Sean Marks and Steve Nash to go. And then, of course, now knowing Kevin Durant will be staying. You know what I bet happened? I bet you that the Brooklyn Nets, working with Kevin Durant, were exhausted and tired and said, KD, this is what's probably going to happen. We're going to be sending you out to Orlando or Indiana or whatever, and you can do that, or you can listen to your contract for the next 4 years. And Kevin Durant, I bet you he lost it when he saw that. He lost the idea that, hey, I got to deal with this for another 4 years. He lost it when he said, hey, I got to go to Orlando or some other franchise like Sacramento or whatever it is, or stay here with Brooklyn. I bet you in my mind, I just feel like Kevin Durant lost it and he's going to go crazy this offseason. Working whatever he can, go into the regular season, probably have one of the best regular seasons he can probably have in his career, because I still do believe Kevin Durant's still at somewhat of his peak in his career.
Yeah.
But from what I can see, at least on the Heat standpoint, they wanted to run it back from the beginning. That was probably the one thing I saw from Pat Riley's intention in the press conference after the Eastern Conference Finals. And that's what I'm seeing a lot from Bam Adebayo, from Tyler Hero, obviously, because, he still has to wait for that contract extension. So the Heat, who knows, right? There's still a lot of time before the start of the season in October. Maybe they might do one or two things here. Maybe get a guy who's just about, still on the bubble. They already filled up their roster at 14. They can always switch guys back and forth with the G League. But in reality, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. But Kevin Durant's decision, I bet you KD is fuming, but the only winners throughout this entire offseason in that situation is definitely Sean Marks. Because not only does he keep his job, but he keeps the number one player in the NBA.
John, go ahead. I was going to say something, but go ahead.
Okay. First, I had to deal with UD coming back to the Heat. Now this comes out. And now, just because of what Daniel said, now it just shows and amplifies how bad the Heat have been this offseason. It even supports the case, or my case technically, that I will not be watching NBA basketball this season for the Miami Heat, or any basketball. What in the matter? I would rather watch WNBA than watch the NBA this next season, because this is pathetic, bro. And secondly, I'm talking about Kevin Durant right now. KD, you have Kyrie, you got Ben Simmons, James Harden left your ass. Just stay in Brooklyn, work it out, because clearly you're not going to manipulate the owners to get you where you want to go. They're not going to send you to a team that they're going to be going up against in the playoffs for you to screw them over. So stop trying to play this whoop-de-doop-de alley-oop or bounce BS. Okay? Like, you're not the controller of the entire league. You're not LeBron James. Let's just get that out of the way. You're not LeBron James. You're not a winner. You're not a winner unless you go join the Warriors. But guess what? You had a chance to do that, and you didn't. You just chose to come to Brooklyn with Kyrie. So for Kevin Durant to just say, "Oh, I'm gonna stay with the Nets after this, with all this whole debacle, with I want to leave because everything was getting difficult for you." I'm sorry. It's just so really annoying to me how these superstar players call themselves superstars, but yeah, when it gets difficult, they want to leave. I'm sick of it. You guys can join and talk about it all you want, but I'm going to say that. That's all I'm going to say.
First of all, I think I want to make a point that there's no way in hell in an 82-game season plus postseason that you will not even watch one quarter of NBA basketball. I think it's complete BS. I'm calling your bluff. I think it's complete BS because you will watch NBA basketball this season. Whether it's not even the Miami Heat or another team, you will watch basketball. I guarantee.
Maybe I'm at the mall and there's a game on the TVs at Buffalo Wild Wings.
No, you will watch NBA basketball.
I'm not going to watch NBA basketball. I would rather play Call of Duty or watch YouTube videos. And guess what? I'm going to be in class, so I'd rather do my homework.
You will watch NBA basketball. I know you. You're saying this now, but I know you will watch NBA.
I'm not watching because it's going to be a failure. If my team is going to be a failure, there's no point in me watching it. They have been a complete failure since the moment they re-signed this idiot to the team. They haven't re-signed anybody. They're not improving. They lost their best defensive player technically. What do you expect? Tyler Hero ain't getting any better on defense. What are they going to do? They're going to allow like 120 points a game.
Well, it could be worse, though. You could be a Sacramento fan, I'm just saying they have to watch basketball too, but 21 seasons. So
you know what this reminds me of? I know this is a little off topic, but now that you said that, Brandon, me and Jonko were talking the other day about who the hell is a Kansas City Royal fan? Dude, we were saying this, and as we were saying it, 2 minutes later, a guy walks by us with a Kansas City Royals hat.
No,
And
no
we looked at each
shot.
other and we're like, bro. And I think it was later on in the night that
The Dodgers were playing the Royals.
yeah,
Wow,
and they blew them out like big time. It was like 12 to 3 or something like that.
Destroyed.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, because the Royals had that World Series not too long ago. Technically,
the
not too
Mets,
long ago.
I
But
believe so.
I think they lost.
either or, they made it through. They made it through. Yeah.
The thing is, the more that you see this type of stuff happen in sports, it's just a business thing. Like it's just games. All it is games. It's just a business ploy to try to lure your bait by doing all this garbage and stuff like that. It's just, and I think what really made it worse was that Rudy Gobert trade, because now all these teams are like, I want 9 picks for Kevin Durant plus 5 of your players. Oh, why don't you just sell the whole damn franchise for Kevin Durant?
Yeah. You know what I think? I think besides the Kevin Durant rumors and the news and all that stuff, one of the more biggest topics you can probably look at from this NBA offseason, it's got to be Danny Ainge in Utah, man. Like Danny Ainge with the whole, Rudy Gobert, let me get 5 draft picks, get a couple players, this and that. And then now with Donovan Mitchell, from what I'm hearing right now from a couple of sources, the New York Knicks, the only offer that Utah is really looking at is to get RJ Barrett and more than 5.
Obi Toppin.
Obi Toppin, 5 first-round picks in the next few years.
Julius Randle.
Danny Ainge is trying to fleece the entire NBA out of something, and honestly, he just might do it. And we just saw what happened with Patrick Beverley. He got Stanley Johnson, all right, and THC. THC would have been traded with Kyle Lowry about a year ago, and now he gets Patrick Beverley in exchange for the Lakers. I'm telling you right now, Danny Ainge knows what he's doing over there in Utah. I don't know exactly how it's going to work out, but the man is fleecing every single person he sees.
Listen, at the beginning of the season, even heading to the playoffs, there was big talks about the Miami Heat, so much hype. And you know what it's been this offseason? You guys want to see what it's been this offseason?
No, con pelo. Flames?
That's what it's been. It's been that small.
Yes, man.
But if you guys want to keep up with all basketball news, I very recommend that you check out Brandon's podcast. He has a very good, knowledgeable podcast. He has a lot of insight and knowledgeable facts and things going around the league. Brandon's a very knowledgeable man when it comes to basketball and football, but I think more basketball. I think basketball is his thing.
Yeah.
If you want to hear rants about the Boston Celtics, also go on there because he'll be doing a lot of that. But again, and all jokes aside, if you guys want to listen to more basketball, head over to Brandon's podcast.
Yep, the Courtside podcast.
Yep.
You can find it on my Twitter, BRANH2001.
Well, moving on to our next subject of the evening, and I'm sorry I have to explain details of this. It's a little gruesome, but the Bills punter, who was the Bills punter, no longer anymore. He was just released. I believe it's Matt Arriaza, is how you pronounce it. Yeah, Arriaza is how I believe how
I
you.
thought it was Ariza or whatever. I don't know.
How you pronounce it. He was accused of gang rape at a party that he went to. It was a Halloween party. He was in college, and it was with 2 of his teammates that were on the football team, San Diego State, I believe. And the word is everyone was intoxicated, and he was hooking up with a girl, and then he brought her to the room with 2 of his teammates, and that's where it all went down. Everyone was intoxicated, but still, come on, you gotta know better not to take advantage. If someone's intoxicated, if a girl's intoxicated, you know better not to do that sort of stuff because you're intoxicated. She doesn't know. She's intoxicated too. She doesn't know what's going on. You are intoxicated. You don't know what's going on either. You don't know what you're doing. he just ruined his whole he just ruined his chance. That's it. He's done. His career's done. I don't see him any way back from this for him.
Yeah.
He made it through training camp, and that's the last you'll ever see of an NFL field.
Yeah, I mean, and especially now with the NFL, of course, not only this news about this of the Bills punter, or at least former punter, and also with the Deshaun and the sexual behavior allegations, and just the idea that the Bills were automatic on this to release him. I really do applaud them. I really do applaud that organization, because that's the only way you should look at it. You shouldn't wait for an investigation. You shouldn't wait for you immediately take him out of the franchise. And on a business standpoint, you take away the distraction. But from a personal standpoint, I mean, morally, it's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do.
Even before Jonka goes, even let's say like you have that accusation, right? And you got to go to trial, because in this country, obviously, the law and the court system is you're innocent until proven guilty. I think that you should be suspended indefinitely pending results of an investigation. If you're not guilty, welcome back. If you're guilty, then goodbye. But yeah, I think a suspension indefinitely until there's results of an investigation is something, I think, at least in my opinion, fair.
If it's what he did, if he did, I don't know. We don't know if he did it or not, because there's supposed to be an investigation, but they let him go. But let's say he didn't do it, then it's like this is like it's the same thing we were talking about with Deshaun Watson, kind of the thing. It's a very touchy subject, so I want to say what I'm saying as clean as I could possibly say it. If he did it, he's a scumbag, like complete monster. You should never do that, especially what he did with two of his friends. Especially if they were all intoxicated, then that's for the investigation. But the same thing I'm going to say for Deshaun Watson, and I think for another case, it was another NFL player that happened a while ago. But I just find it, because you said it was a Halloween party.
Mm-hmm.
It can't be this Halloween because it hasn't happened yet. So this had to be a previous Halloween. So what I have a problem with all these allegations that always happen, so no matter what sport, what player it is it why do you say, or why do you put this out there once the player has just signed with a new team and he just got the money in the bag? That's what I'm not saying that she's wrong. I'm not saying that he didn't do it or did it. I'm just saying I just find it funny for all this, even the superstars, this happens to them. It's whenever they sign a new contract or really big money guaranteed, that's when all these sudden reports come out that he did this and they did that. That's what I'm just pointing out.
No, of course.
Yeah. Because this guy was supposed to one of the highest rated players in all of college, with probably the best punter we've ever seen out of college. We all saw that 80-yard bomb that he had. That showed his potential. But why do you wait? If this is a Halloween party, why do you wait until now to release that information? Especially if they were all supposedly intoxicated, then it's the point. It's like, so you brought this on yourself, but I said you didn't bring it on yourself. So listen, I don't want to get touchy on this because I know I might get heat, but I'm just putting it out there. Why do you, if it happens to you and you know it happened to you, go to the police and say it then. If not, shut up. If not, shut up. That's what I'm saying. Don't wait 2 years later just to say, oh, he did it. Once he gets the $20 million contract. Like, seriously, that ass.
No, yeah. Yeah, but
if anybody didn't do it because it's on their word, not theirs.
Yeah, true. I mean, because there are those cases, some people, especially, from the NFL, we've seen a couple of, times where it will be, a partner trying to, say something false to get some sort of payment out of it or something like that. But, and also, a reality standpoint, not everyone's going to be available, right then and there, right after something happens, to be, straightforward that this happened to. You know what I mean? So obviously, for at least from the woman in this standpoint, since we're talking about the NFL and such cases such as Deshaun Watson, and of course with this recent punter, it takes time. It takes time. It's a whole mental thing for some of these women to come out and actually be courageous to face, of course, the people who've done this horrific act, if they did this horrific act, of course, to be determined. But either way, it does take time. So it is understanding. But of course, Jock, I totally understand where you're coming from, because there has been cases where people are trying to take advantage of these athletes, and then just 5 years later, it's been shown that it was a false accusation or this never happened, and the career of the player is already tarnished and ruined. However, for at least this Buffalo Bills punter, the guy himself in the case was with a group doing this act. Horrific as it is, and just saying it out loud, it's probably one of the worst things you can do in a sense of taking advantage of somebody. All right? Honestly, that doesn't deserve to be in any point of the NFL, society, ever even talked about in a sense of an accusation with multiple other people a part of the party. I mean, plain and simple, your name shouldn't even be a part of any of that. Either if you're a player, somebody who's even going across the street. So this guy right now, he's obviously out of the NFL career, but God knows if he's even out on society, let alone having a chance for another job out there. But, again, going back from what Jonka was saying, of course we've seen, occasionally, some things do happen where, false accusations are proven later on to be, what they are, false, which are, already, ruin the reputation of a player. However, at the same time, it does take time for a lot of these women to come out and have, the courage to come out.
Here's my thing, because this is what sucks. If they're proven not guilty, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your name is still ruined because your name was attached to that. So it's like, in a way, you got to pull a Johnny Depp. You got to go right back and sue.
I was about to say that.
You got to go back to court and sue them for defamation, because
even if it's for any guy, because if any girl accuses you of whatever it is, like something like that, as big as that, no matter who you are, what person looks at you, they don't look at you just because of that. You could be the nicest guy in the world. You're the most innocent person, but if a guy gets accused for that, that's what you're known for. That's it. Period. Your life is ruined. You can hardly find a job. You can't do anything. Now I'm surprised. I gotta see what happens with Matt now, because I just, for the girl that accused him for all that, like, I don't know what happened to the other people, or if they ever found out who they were. But like what Brandon was saying, that they have to take time to come out with these things. But it's the timing of when they come out is what I find suspicious. You could have come out 6 months later when he wasn't even a thought for an NFL player for whatever team. But it's the moment that he signs the contract is when they decide to now, I want to come out. Wow, like, it's whatever. There's not a laughing matter, but it's like, I just find it coincidence that's when most of these accusations come out, whenever they sign a brand new contract with a team.
No, yeah. I mean, it is fishy, though. It is fishy. So, I mean, as I said before, you do have those occasions, but you just never know. You just never know until proven. But I got to say, though, the fact that we somehow put Johnny Depp, I love the fact that, like, I don't know, man, just Johnny Depp keeps living on in the courtroom, man. He keeps living on in the courtroom. But
I got to say, the content that he gave us men in the courtroom for the stuff he said was just perfect, man. The guy was a savage. And, I know this is off topic, and again, it's a horrific what's been said about this punter. And again, we don't know if he's done it or not. We don't know. But I think, in terms of Johnny Depp, I think that gave men the courage to say, okay, enough is enough. If you guys are going to come after us and it's not true, like, we have the right to defend ourselves and defend our name and defend our image. So that was refreshing to see. We're going to get into something that I want Brandon to talk about because he was there. is the Tua Tagovailoa and Tyreek Hill connection that we saw for the first time. Personally, I thought it was nasty, and I think it was a shot. I think it's putting the league on notice to be aware of this connection. And I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna lie. The Dolphins do look a little dangerous.
A little too dangerous, all right. A little too dangerous for the AFC. For those who have missed out from, of course, plug of the week, which is usually on our Instagram, of course, same thing as the podcast is called, Plug Talk Sports on IG. But the plug of the week, and also, from what I saw Saturday against the Eagles game, with the Dolphins preseason, finishing it off at home at Hard Rock. The first series, the first drive, Tua looked phenomenal. He was 6-7, all right, 121 yards, and 64 of those yards. 64 of those yards, 2 of them were receptions by Tyreek Hill. We talk about one that was, and I later on figured out, 50-plus yards and a play-action pass that saw Tyreek. And again, preseason, so he's going against like second-string guys for Philadelphia. But he doesn't do a single jab move. He doesn't do anything else besides just pass them. He passes them with his full, cheetah-like speed, as he's called the cheetah, and he ends up making a terrific grab close enough to the ground like a baseball slide. All right? Play after that, he does a little out route, again, play action, to a, quick fake handoff, rolling out to his strong side to the left. I mean, this offense right now, McDaniels, it looks phenomenal. And also, what I didn't even mention from the Plug Talk of the week, also the run game itself. The Miami Dolphins were 30th in the NFL last season, the run game. Mostert looked great. Handoff pitch. He had a couple of yards out there, but that's also just because of his speed, not even because he did any maneuver or anything like that. And yes, second string Philadelphia Eagles. However, we looked like we were demolishing them without even an effort. No sweat. Nothing else like that. But the Tua and Tyreek Hill connection, that is real. Only 2 passes, but I guarantee you right now, if you have Tyreek Hill on your fantasy team, that will be your number one moneymaker. That will literally give you, who knows, 150 yards a game, maybe a touchdown guarantee. But the connection's real. The connection's real.
I still think, before John goes, I just want to put this in there. I just still think I have the best fantasy team here. So I'm going to put that out there. John, you're clear to go.
Okay. I was watching ESPN this morning, and I was watching KJT. I don't know if you guys know the show on ESPN. Okay. Well, Kashawn Johnson, he was talking about the Tua Tyreek connection, the same thing as us right now. And I agree with Kashawn that as good as the pass was, it was a specially designed play for Tyreek, technically. So what I want to see is I want to see that kind of pass in the regular season when they're actually playing a real game with real first string people that are playing against each other, and that pass to Tua and that pass to Tyreek wasn't planned. Like that's what I want to see, because obviously anybody that could just have Tyreek, okay, yeah, just start running over there, yeah, I'll throw it to you. Don't worry, you'll pass him. Don't worry. So I don't see that play as special. Like anybody could have done it.
It's just a hater.
No, I mean it was a nice play. I was going for the Dolphins the whole time. You were going for the Dolphins because it was the Eagles. So
I despise the Eagles.
Man, but I gotta let you know right now though, because I do understand what you're saying, Jonka, about you want it to be out of nowhere Tyreek Hill can come into the game and help you guys out if there's like a scramble play or something like that. However, I do remind you, this is just Tyreek Hill, pure athletic build that he is as a cheetah, just running past these guys. The threat of not only his speed, but the usage of his speed during a play action, system like that, where I'm guessing with McDaniels now, especially coming from the 49ers with Kyle Shanahan, where, Jimmy Garoppolo obviously wasn't going to be using his legs a lot. The RPO boot will probably be one of the main things that we might see from the Dolphins this season on the offensive scheme. Either, of course, Gesicki's out there helping out with blocking, maybe turning around for a pass, but Hill will be a designated receiver. Guarantee you might want to see some situations where it's Tyreek Hill out of nowhere, but it might be 75% Tyreek Hill all the time. All the time.
I'm telling you, like, something just feels different, man. For me, something within myself, it feels different to me about the Dolphins this year. I may be wrong. They may prove me wrong, but John, I'm sorry, man, but like you as a Patriots fan, like I feel like this is not the same mediocre Dolphins that we've seen throughout the years. I feel like this is different.
Okay, since coming from you is a lot. Okay, so what would you say right now? If the Dolphins make the playoffs, would it be a W season or an L season?
No, W season.
W season. So
Yeah.
if the Dolphins don't make the playoffs, then would you Daniel say and follow everything that I say about the Dolphins for the rest of your life? Because I've been doubting the Dolphins since the beginning. I'm telling you right now, I don't see them as that good, to be honest. Because we saw when Tyree came off that field, the Dolphins started running because they know Tua couldn't throw to anybody else. Because that's what his only touchdown was to Tyreek, and that was on the first drive of the game.
Okay,
I was watching the game with my brother.
Okay, but like he was 6 and 7 in overall completions, so 121 yards. I mean,
He only had 3
got
passes in the first drive. 3 passes. That means that after that first drive with Tyreek, he only did 3 more completions. That's it. The Dolphins only ran it, and guess what? They scored 48-10, right? And that means they only ran it basically the entire game. That's how trash the Eagles' defense was. So this thing is, oh, they look good. Yeah, they look good because the fucking Eagles were trash. The Eagles' defense was trash.
Okay,
You're in the hype of the moment. I'm telling you, you're in the hype of the moment. Once the Dolphins play a really good team and a good defense or a decent defense, you will see how everything will start to break down. And if Tua gets one clip, anything can happen. We know this with him because he's injured. I've already said this before. So everybody better be worried because the season can be over quickly. Very over quickly.
Wait, hold on. Let me ask you this, Janka. Who do you doubt more, the Dolphins or the Cowboys?
The Dolphins.
Well, okay, that was a long minute to think about it, though.
I gotta think because the Eagles did improve on offense a bit, but they didn't play them. They just played their second stringers the whole game. They did add really good pieces on offense this season, the Eagles, but I still got the Cowboys coming out in first in the NFC East.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Now, you see, don't tell me I don't like you. Don't tell me anything shit about you guys.
Hey, no. But when you say stuff like that, it makes my heart all warm when you just say stuff like that, man. It really, it's so nice. Let me tell you.
Now, if you don't win the East, holy jeez. Hey, you guys better get them back for that Super Bowl win against us because right now they're on top of you as of right now. Like,
oh man.
In recent history, they're on top of you.
I don't know. As long as the Cowboys beat out the Giants and the Eagles, I think Jonko will be a happy camper at the end of the day. Because what if Danny Dimes actually does it though, man? That's what I'm thinking.
Danny Dimes.
Yeah, Daniel Jones. QB, starting QB. Giants.
He's a fumble machine.
I don't know what this is. Let's wrap up this topic with this, but like, I don't know if you guys saw it today, but I didn't read the article, but I saw a notification come across my phone about Odell going back to wanting to go back to the Giants. That's a bad move, I think.
It's a horrible move.
That's a money move. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Call it as you want to see it. The Giants need some receivers, and guess what? Who would it be more likely to come back to the Giants for money?
No other than Odell.
We all know Odell. His winning is on the backside. He would rather have money than win.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, that Cleveland Browns thing was a failed experiment for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I told you he should have gone to the Pats. His second choice was the Pats, but he chose the Browns. Complete idiot.
So we're going to stay on football, and we are going to go through week 1 predictions. I love this.
Perfect.
For college football.
And I got a team to call out because.
So we'll start here. Central Michigan against Oklahoma State.
That's gonna be Oklahoma State. I don't even need to look at the teams, the roster, anything like that. I ride high on the Cowboys. I'm letting you know right now, the culture is changing over there. They're right there outside the bubble of the playoffs last season. I got Cowboys by big.
Okay. Jaka, you said Oklahoma State?
Yep.
West Virginia or Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh. I would want West Virginia.
Brandon looks conflicted about this one.
They got a new quarterback over there with the Mountaineers, man. They got Daniels. So
listen, Brendan, I got Pittsburgh, but if West Virginia wins, that's good for me. That's good for me.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's probably the ACC matchup of the week, man. I mean, you know what? I really do feel like West Virginia. I think they're gonna have a good season. Honestly, Pitt losing Pickett now, it's hard to say how much of that senior class is going to be building up to replace last season. So I got West Virginia in that week 1.
Okay, you guys are at odds here for this one. VMI against Wake Forest.
Wake Forest.
I
think Wake Forest is ranked number 22, I think.
Yep.
Western Michigan against Michigan State.
Michigan State.
Yeah, Michigan State.
Hey, I'm just reading them to you, Brandon.
No, I know.
Wait. Let me just.
I love how I read them. Brandon's like, you're asking me this?
Bro. No, it's Michigan State week 1. I'm just
speaking about Michigan State, that was the team I wanted to call out. Daniel, if you go wherever you are right now and you look at Michigan State's schedule, you think the Hurricanes play trash teams like the beginning of the year? Bro, look at their entire schedule. That is the most BS schedule I've ever seen for a team ranked 15 in my entire life.
So they got Western Michigan, Akron. Oh, wait, hold up. Washington is not trash.
Washington, then they play Minnesota, then they play Maryland. That's 5-0 right there. Then they play 3 hard games at Ohio State, Wisconsin, and Michigan. Then they finished the year off with Illinois, Rutgers, Indiana, and Penn State.
Hey, don't sleep on the Big Ten, though. I mean, that's not 5-0 because you said what? What was the one?
At the most, this is 10-2.
10.
They beat Wisconsin, and they lose to Ohio State and Michigan. And Michigan is a throw up because there's always a rivalry every year. They flip flop.
I don't know about the Wisconsin one. I mean, Wisconsin somehow, some way, always loses its steps at the end of the year. But, I mean, Wisconsin's going to have one of them years, man. I'm telling you right now.
All right. Next, Sam Houston against Texas A&M.
Texas A&M.
Yeah, the Aggies got that one.
Colorado State against Michigan.
Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan.
NC State against East Carolina.
NC State.
I feel an upset, bro. I really do feel an upset in that one. I think a lot of people are riding high in NC State.
They're supposed to be highly likely for the ACC championship.
Yeah, I know, but I just don't buy it. I really don't buy it. I think they get upset. I really do.
I wish. If you're right, shit, I'll send you $5 on Venmo.
Oregon or Georgia?
I was arguing with my brother the other day. I got Oregon upsetting Georgia.
Ooh, okay. I got myself for that one. I think besides the senior class of that defense leaving out to the NFL, Kirby Smart will bring it back because he got Stetson now. And Stetson with the fade and all that, I mean, that quarterback's dangerous right now over there in Athens. So I got Georgia.
Okay. UTEP against Oklahoma.
Yeah, Boomer Sooner. That's Oklahoma.
Bethune-Cookman or Miami?
I'm not gonna put it up, but yeah, the Canes. Yeah.
Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate you. Cincinnati or Arkansas?
Arkansas. But they'll be close. Jefferson is a hell of an athlete. I'm telling you right now, that offense is dangerous. They'll be close.
Listen, Arkansas is favored by 6. The game's at 3:30. Man, if Cincinnati can continue that run they had last year, I'll go Arkansas.
Houston or UTSA?
Nah, that's a hard one. I think I'm gonna edge it out to Houston though.
Yeah.
Mm.
Troy or Ole Miss?
Ole Miss. The
Ole
Rebels
Miss.
will be insane this year, especially with their schedule like in the SEC. They'll be Ole Miss easily.
BYU or South Florida?
BYU.
I'm sorry. I'm reading that.
No, it's not that. It's just like that one. Honestly, BYU and South Florida. You could toss that up with a coin, but if I had to go 50-50, I think BYU.
Rice or USC?
USC.
USC.
Utah or Florida?
Get out of here. I already said this before. Florida will have a year. It's gonna be Saturday night in the swamp, 7 p.m. under the lights. Florida, they're gonna change it up a little bit, but I got Florida in a close one.
Because Utah's ranked at 7 and Florida's not
Mhm.
ranked.
No, yeah, for sure, but they never played in the swamp though.
Is it at Swamp?
Yeah, it's at the swamp.
Is that the swamp?
Like,
Humidity will be an all-time high.
Yeah, I'll take Florida because I think they have Utah favored by 3, and if it's at the Swamp, then I think I got Florida on that one. And besides, I would like Utah to lose anyways because if UM wins, then everybody goes up.
Oh, exactly.
Okay. Albany or Baylor?
Baylor.
Illinois State or Wisconsin?
Wisconsin by a mile. Too many miles.
Miami, Ohio or Kentucky?
Kentucky.
Kentucky. Yeah.
Utah State or Alabama?
Wait, why am I even taking a minute? Alabama. Alabama by a couple of kilometers. Alabama by whatever metric system you
Remember,
want.
they're in Utah State though.
Oh, yeah. Jordan Love is still on the team?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Alabama by a lot.
Wait. Notre Dame or Ohio State?
Listen, Ohio State better win that game, bro. I want everybody to shut these Irish up, bro. I swear to God.
Yeah. Honestly, just because the fact that Ohio State is probably like only between them and Alabama potentially to win a championship. If they don't win this first game, they're screwed. So I'm praying Ohio State wins this one.
And Ohio State's favored by 17.5. And that's prime time on ABC.
Clemson or Georgia Tech?
Yeah, give me
Now
Clemson in that one.
Now that one might be a quiet one. That'd be a quiet one because Georgia Tech can shock some people if you're not expecting it.
Virginia Tech or Old Dominion?
Virginia Tech.
Yeah, Virginia Tech.
Temple or Duke?
Give me Temple.
Jacob?
Duke. I got Duke.
Rutgers or Boston College?
Boston College.
Yeah, represent the ACC, Boston College.
North Carolina or Appalachian State?
North Carolina.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Jordan School.
Richmond or Virginia?
Virginia.
Louisville
or Syracuse?
Syracuse on that one. I like the building they're making.
I think I gotta look at the Louisville, bro. I think Louisville.
Since when are they playing college football on Sundays?
When they don't have any NFL games to show.
I guess because they can't fit all the games on a Saturday.
Florida State, LSU.
LSU.
Okay, that was the ACC match.
If LSU loses.
SC State or UCF?
SC State or UCF?
I think, and that's one's going to be what, in Orlando, or is that where?
I'll tell you right now.
Okay, because if they're playing in the bounce house.
It's in Orlando.
They're playing the bounce house.
UCF.
It's going to be rocking. I got the Knights.
I wish I'd go to that game.
Delaware or Navy?
Navy.
Support the troops.
Tulsa or Wyoming?
Well, it's not wrong, but I got Tulsa in that one.
You didn't expect that.
It's so stupid yet so funny.
You're not wrong though.
I'm sorry, bro. America. UMass or Tulane?
Tulane.
I'm sorry, just thinking of
Tulane.
I want you.
If you're not supporting Navy every single Saturday, I mean, are you even from the States? That's the real question.
Memphis, they're gonna freaking have Maverick out there. Memphis or Mississippi State?
Mississippi State.
Yeah.
SMU or North Texas?
SMU.
Yeah.
Tennessee,
Those are Mustangs, right?
Yep.
yeah. Tennessee Tech or Kansas?
Now,
Tennessee
that one's
Tech.
a hard one because they're both horrible.
Tennessee Tech because I'm in Tech, so.
I don't know. I don't really ride with the Raiders like that, or whatever they're called, the Red Riders, whatever it is. I got Kansas in that one. I think they're gonna do something weird.
Isn't Kansas the Jayhawks?
Yeah.
TCU or Colorado?
TCU.
Colorado.
Jesus, this is horrible. Southeastern Mississippi or Missouri State. Sorry, Southeastern Missouri State against Iowa State.
Iowa State because it's easier
Iowa
to say.
State. Yeah.
South Dakota or Kansas State?
Kansas State.
Kansas State.
Nice. Yeah, we're
There you
like
go. There you go.
Texas Tech or Murray State?
Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Louisiana Monroe or Texas?
Texas.
Texas. Let's go here. Penn State or Purdue?
Purdue.
Yeah, Purdue.
New Mexico State or Minnesota?
Minnesota.
Illinois or Indiana?
Oh, okay. That one will be close. I think it'll actually be a sleeper to watch during the afternoon. But
I think go Hoosiers. Why not?
really, I don't know. I like Illinois. I like Illinois in that one.
I don't really care who wins that one, but
South Dakota State or Iowa?
Iowa.
South Dakota State. It's a Carson Wentz school, man. You got to go for it. Or is that North Dakota State?
Buffalo or Maryland?
Maryland.
Maryland.
North Dakota or Nebraska?
Nebraska. They got to redeem themselves from what happened in Ireland.
All right. We got two more conference games here. Bryant or FIU?
Is that even a question? FIU.
Alabama A&M or UAB?
UAB.
Ooh, yeah. I like Birmingham. UAB.
Louisiana Tech or Missouri?
Missouri.
Yeah, Missouri.
Yeah. If it's like an SEC school, it's gonna be a win.
William and Mary against Charlotte.
I like the 49ers. I like Charlotte.
Well, let me tell you, they played this past weekend and they got freaking stomped on by FAU.
Hey, I'm just saying, Conference USA, they're gonna do what they have to do, so they're gonna figure it out and win it. So
FAU or Ohio?
FAU.
Middle Tennessee or James Madison?
Middle Tennessee. I don't even.
Oh, Western Kentucky taking on Hawaii.
The way that Hawaii lost against Vanderbilt, I don't even think their season's probably over, to be honest. I think probably like Stanford and my name guarantee. But yeah, I mean Hawaii's not winning any games really this year.
All right, we got Pac-12 and Sun Belt, and we are done. In Pac-12, North Arizona against Arizona State.
Arizona State.
Mm-hmm.
Bowling Green or UCLA?
UCLA.
No way.
Yeah.
Arizona or San Diego State?
Arizona.
San Diego State. They got the stadium coming up.
Okay.
Yeah, support Gronkowski.
UC Davis or California?
Cal.
Yeah, Cal.
Colgate against Stanford.
Colgate the toothpaste? I'll pick the other one.
Stanford?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Idaho or Washington State? Don't sleep on Washington State. They beat those Canes in a bowl game.
No, but they're good though. They're good. Washington State, I got for that one too.
Boise State or Oregon State?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Boise. I'm going Boise.
I don't know. I might go Oregon State.
Kent State or Washington?
Washington.
Oh, man, we forgot about the SEC too, man. I keep missing these.
Oh, you got a couple there.
Ball State or Tennessee?
Tennessee. But also, can I just say one thing about Tennessee? Just like one simple thing. I'm not going to mention any names on the roster, name anything about the Volunteers or anything Knoxville. But people are riding so high on the Volunteers this year. It's really ridiculous. All right? They're barely going to make it out of the SEC. And let alone, I mean, they're not going to have a 9-win season. I've been seeing like predictions of 10-win, 9 wins. There might at least a 7-win season, but do not ride on the Tennessee Volunteers. Do not ride on Tennessee Orange.
Mercer or Auburn?
Auburn.
Auburn.
Elon or Vanderbilt?
Vandy.
Vandy's on. Hey, they're gonna.
Hey,
be a
Vandy.
they're gonna be a playoff team after Almighty.
Georgia State or South Carolina?
South Carolina.
South Cal.
Okay. Norfolk State against Marshall.
Marshall.
Yeah.
Nichols against South Alabama.
South Alabama.
That too.
Texas State or Nevada?
Nevada.
Morgan State or Georgia Southern?
Georgia Southern, I think. Probably get it done.
Army or Coastal Carolina?
Army. Support the troops.
Support the troops, Army.
Liberty or Southern Miss?
Liberty.
That's
Or
actually a good game.
Or
That
give
is
me
a good
death.
game.
Liberty
That
or
is
give
a-
me death.
Yeah, I'll take Liberty too. I'll take them out.
Southeast Louisiana against Louisiana.
Louisiana.
The Raging Cajuns.
The Raging Cajuns, Louisiana Lafayette.
Oh man, that sounds good right now. Some Cation.
Ooh.
Grambling or Arkansas State?
Arkansas State.
Arkansas State. Oh man, that game. Bro,
All
why you
right.
do that to me?
That's it. We got our predictions in for week 1.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. And I'm telling you right now, the Gators, as I mentioned before, they're gonna shock in week 1. I'm telling you right
They better
now.
not lose. I'm going for the Gators because I need Utah to go down on the rankings.
I mean, NFL season starts not this weekend, but the next weekend.
Next one.
Yes, correct.
Mm-hmm.
Do you imagine Brandon's going to drive all the way back down because there's a hurricane? I would feel so bad for you, bro.
Oh, that's right.
If there's another hurricane, it's probably going to miss South Florida by a mile. So I'll definitely be down there.
Yeah,
Definitely be down there.
Jonka, to be honest with you, yeah, it's got that turn in it.
Bro, it's some BS, bro. There's some guy standing in the middle of the Atlantic going, blowing
Oh, it's due, bro. It's due. It's been a while.
My God.
It's been a while. But anyways,
Now I'm scared because the more we wait, I feel like the big one's gonna show up. We're like,
the sky just starts getting darker and darker.
hey, it's 3:00. Why is it black?
Did you hear? There's a category 5 on the doorstep. Oh man, but that was fun. I like when we do those predictions, guys. It's fun. It's gonna be more fun. September 1st, the FIFA World Cup sticker album book releases in stores, so we'll be having a little fun with that, releasing packs and seeing what players we get. But anyways, great episode, guys. I really like that prediction. Again, thank you for all the support, tuning into our stuff. Brandon had a great plug of the week. It's on Instagram and our TikTok as well. So check that out. Continue to look into our website, all of our updated articles, and we'll see you guys next week for a brand new episode. I hope everyone has a great rest of your week.
Stay hydrated.